Welcome to Reno Rumble. Now let me bring you up to speed. This week, 2 teams went head-to-head. 4 couples from the block, the Redbacks, and 4 you know from Series 1 of House Rules, now the Blue Tongues. Tonight, the teams must deliver the rest of the house. Kitchen, living, dining room, bathrooms. One house will win, one house will lose. The lowest scoring couple in the losing house will go home. Folks, let's get ready to rumble. With just 16 hours to go, for the Redbacks, it's been a pretty good week.
Best team ever.
It's nice to be working with a group of people that you all trust and respect, and also, more importantly, just constantly having laughs all day long.
In the 48-hour challenge, team captains Josh and Jenna completed the master bedroom. And now the living room that they are delivering tomorrow morning is on track.
We're pulling these floor protectors up so we can get the cleaners through. There's not really any work going on in here apart from the bathroom. Everything else is done.
Midweek, Michael and Carleen delivered Jamie's bedroom.
Thank God.
No, are you serious?
Then it was onto the bathroom.
I want to knock this wall out and go into the toilet.
And removing that wall was only the start of their problems.
Yeah, this bathroom's been a headache since day dot.
But it's a different story for Kyle and Cara. Their midweek man cave won them immunity from elimination. Now they're doing the entranceway and dining area, and they're cruising.
We are much further ahead than we normally are at this time.
To immunity and beyond.
Aiden and Jess are in a similar situation. They're cruising as well.
Wow.
Midweek, they delivered mother-in-law Dottie's bedroom. And then it was on to their second room. Old kitchen out, new kitchen in.
We're just working so well together.
One big happy family in the red team, yeah.
The red team are so happy. In fact, they've made what some people might say is a crazy decision. To redo an area that won't be judged. Well, let's be clear here. The girls made the decision. The boys, I'm not so sure.
You want to spend 10 grand in there?
We could just do this return and this little bit here. I think we'll do roll-on render.
It's not getting judged.
Is that your excuse? It's not getting judged, we shouldn't do it?
All right, I'm just saying, you're on your own there.
I felt sorry for Aiden. Aiden was stuck in the middle. Jess was pushing him to dig up the dirt and concrete.
Decided that we've got extra money left and that we'd like to put things out in that courtyard.
No worries, all right, see you later.
And all the boys were like, it's a waste of time. We're better off spending our time inside.
Do you know what time it is, Fran?
Yes, mate, it's 3 o'clock.
You'll know.
I'll hand mix it.
There was a bit of tension there, which we haven't had throughout the week. The girls won, and Aiden had to do it. Towards the end of the week, our wheels started to fall off a little bit.
Before we knew it, Aiden's down at the hardware store picking up 50 bags of concrete and hand mixing this concrete and pouring strip footings either side of this concrete walkway.
She'll be right.
So while the red team have the time, energy and budget to be working on an area that won't even be judged, over the fence the Blue Tongues are struggling. Especially Nick, who's been working on 2 of the largest areas of the house, the kitchen and living, and on his own, because his brother's been away at a wedding for the last 36 hours.
Very tired at the moment. Struggling. I've just had my beautiful polished limestone tile going in one piece. Like, things have got to get done. I've got to go inside, clean all the kitchen up, get everything out. I've got the fireplace going in at 8:30.
Midweek, the brothers got one of the lowest scores. So there's a lot at stake if they want to stay in the game. They've put in a huge kitchen and bought a very expensive and tricky to install fireplace. And Chris's absence is not helping.
I've got it. You got it?
I think the team felt a bit sort of let down by me going away. So, yeah, I just thought I was worrying a bit anxious about how they were sort of thinking about me going away for the 2 days.
That's why he sent this. Him lounging around a pool at a Bucks party.
I think he's forgotten that it's a team effort and we're lacking a team member, and that has a massive impact on the results come Judge Day.
Midweek, Ben and Gemma's guest bedroom put them equal last with the brothers. So, to raise the bar, they raised the roof, literally. And now, it's over a metre higher. But even though the dining room is almost finished, there's a lot at stake and they're nervous.
$100,000 on the line, and I wouldn't put $5 on the fact that we'll make it through tomorrow. Ideally, I'd love to be comfortable and confident that we will.
But you can never be... It's hard because you don't know what the judges, you know, it's subjective. You might do your space, you might like it, they might not.
Michelle and Steve delivered the master bedroom midweek, and now they're well into the main living area. They're pulling out all stops. Handmade floating shelves are done and drying on the lawn. The entertainment unit is in, and a big bowl feature pendant is up. And as for Michelle and Steve...
Exhausted, but happy.
Now, they might look like they're up against it, but just remember the Blue Tongues are used to this sort of competition. They're used to renovating a whole house in a week, so I wouldn't rule them out just yet. Especially team leaders Carly and Leighton. They did well midweek, and their bathroom is almost done. But they still have to resolve that pendant.
I love that pendant. Yeah, I think we had a bit of a chat with Aiden and he came and had a few words.
Bit kitsch, hey? Is it a bit kitsch?
What's kitsch mean?
Epoxy?
It seems a bit cheap.
Yeah.
It looks like Bali in a, expensive bathroom.
Yeah.
I reckon that's plan B.
Yeah, that's
I reckon that's
we're not using it.
out of it. I don't reckon you've found plan A.
Yeah.
That news resulted in a Carly implosion.
What the frick is going on here with all the changing of plans and stuff?
The first week is always tough.
It's the second week.
No, look, I don't handle heaps of pressure very well, and there was a lot of pressure on me this week, and I let the pressure be on me. Like, I wanted to get everything perfect, you know, we're team captain, I wanted to be across everything. I get stressed, absolutely I do.
We've got the black one, plan B. Right, let's go find another one.
Is my car ready? Where's the keys?
All right, we'll get the keys. Whose truck's that?
Come with me.
I've got to finish the bathroom.
Really? Really? How much do you have to do? You can't spend 2 hours coming with me. Right, get in the car.
So we went out shopping, trying to find another pendant.
I just need to now get re-inspired, because everything that I had planned has gone out the window. I've got to think about what I've got, because I've got 1 hour on a Saturday. It's half an hour on a Saturday.
This is normal. They're in game mode. They want to win, and this is how they play it. Well, there's that white ball.
Not the brief.
Too much white.
Is that contemporary post? Is that
No, not at all.
Do you like the white one?
I don't know. Why is it just me that has to make this decision?
Seized up.
Like, what do you think, Jam? I feel like a cluster's not something you do in a bathroom. I'd like Michelle's opinion right now, because you two aren't really giving me much.
Carly's just sending me a couple of photos of lights that she's picked. Which was the first one that you looked at and you went, yeah, that fits the brief?
Wooded one, this is the same wood as hers.
Okay, well, that's it then. Go with your gut, remember?
Get the timber and get the white.
Cool.
I think you do need to go with your gut.
We've knocked off.
Knocked off? Not even close.
I've knocked off. Not fair. These shows are too hard.
So while Carly has a little lie down, back in the happy red house, the girls are back from a big shopping expedition. And they're clearly impressed with what the boys have been doing while they've been out.
Look at your tiles.
That looks great.
That looks unreal. There was just an air of enthusiasm within the team. Everyone was so proud of what we'd done and how we'd pulled it all together. The kitchen looks awesome.
I reckon this kitchen's a winner.
Love this kitchen all of a sudden. Beautiful. I think it's the tiles.
We all designed the kitchen and the dining room, so it was sort of a no-brainer that it was going to work.
Everything's so good. Look at your room.
Yeah, nearly finished. I've just got a couple of touch-ups.
Yeah, look, I'm feeling confident. I think our house, most importantly, follows the brief. How amazed are these people going to be?
I know.
Our house is amazing. The finishes are perfect.
We were consciously making decisions to get every finish as best as we could so that we weren't going home.
Colleen, we've got a problem.
What?
Those ones are cool white and they're warm white. I mean, you can make one mistake in a room and you're going home at the end of the week.
Tell that to Carly. She's just spent 2 hours chasing a tail. And after all the stressing...
Carly, imagine the blinds down. It's going to disappear.
That's what we did buy.
And rushing around, it's back to plan B, the black one.
I absolutely love that. Do you? What do you?
I like the contrast.
Yep, thanks, John.
Done.
Put it
Let's
up.
do this.
Thank you. Sorry.
No, no stress.
Whoa,
No problem,
that's
Johnny.
ridiculous.
Carly?
Yes.
Am I right in saying that you kind of took the criticism regarding the pendant a little bit personally?
Yes. You know what? You learn about yourself, don't you, when you do something like this? Sorry.
That's all right, I'm used to it. Happens most days.
Coming up, our judges are amazed by some stunning transformations.
This is such an improvement.
And later, nail-biting victory, the team that has won this first week of Reno Rumble by just 1 point. Leads to a heartbreaking elimination. I'm really sorry to see you go, guys, but that's what the scoreboard says. With the best part of a long day done, and now just 12 hours until the siren blows, the Blue Tongues are starting to have some wins. The shelves in Michelle and Steve's living room are finally done.
It was fantastic to see that last shelf go up. I just was blown away. Finally, Aiden got his together and got the shelves up.
Oh, Stevie. Oh, Stevie.
Across the hall in the brothers' kitchen and lounge area, an even bigger install is underway. And with Nick's brother Chris still away at a wedding, everyone else is chipping in.
Have a look at that.
So it's swiveled.
360 degrees.
Wow.
We're very competitive as a team. You know, we want to win it on a personal level, but most of all, we want to beat the people from the block. Those redbacks, they start to get on your nerves a bit, and I guarantee you they wouldn't have one of these in their room because I've got the only one in Australia. Blue Tongue's definitely going to win. Don't worry about those redbacks, mate. They're all going to be squashed like all spiders should be because I absolutely hate eight-legged freaks.
Last few hours of this morning was fantastic. I think everyone was in a bit of a weird headspace.
We have a sign-off system happening. We were just working together as a team.
They sound like they're having fun, though.
Considering we haven't seen each other for 2 years.
And then there's the single friend.
Things weren't great 2 years ago when we all parted ways.
Yeah, it's been a ball.
So what did you see over the fence?
I saw a whopping big fireplace, and I thought, I wish we put in a fireplace. Did you think that?
What's the time? 7:15. Oh my God, we've got 2 hours and 15 minutes. I'm exhausted. My legs have swollen because of the heat.
Her ankles. TV unit and cabinet is coming along really nicely. Really happy with the colour. It's exactly what the colour that we were looking for. So I think we've kicked some goals with this shelving system this week.
With 2 hours to go, and it still looked like it did last night, and I thought we are not going to be able to do this.
We all sort of pulled together and decided we just had to get the job done.
Hey, Steve.
How you going, buddy?
Good, mate. Massive day ahead of me. Got 2 skirting boards to paint, and then I'm cleaning. Lift up all the tape, and then hopefully start getting set. Christopher should be on his way. Should be here anywhere between 7 and 7:30.
Chris definitely let down his brother by leaving. For 2 nights and a whole day.
You just realise how important that extra team member was.
Chris and Nick are tying last, and next we hear Chris is off at a wedding, which I found really hard to believe, didn't you?
He actually went away for 2 days, I think.
It did surprise me because I thought the stakes are really high here. You could be going home. Why wouldn't you stay and help your team? But yeah, good on him.
Well, with just 1.5 hours to go, he's back, and of course he gets an appropriate reaction.
Hey, how's it going? That's good.
Oh, look at this.
Thank God you're back. Now start working. Don't even talk to me. Get your ass moving.
Chris,
Hey,
you're back.
back.
I think we're pretty much done through painting.
Yeah.
We've got a caulking guy about to start now.
Yeah.
So all the floors, everything's got to go out. Everything's got to come up.
Yeah? Sweet.
Chris, welcome to hell. Across the fence in the shiny, happy red house, there's still plenty of love to go around.
We'd pretty much spent the whole night last night putting our room together, so didn't have a lot to do. So we just spent the morning cleaning, and it was actually the most relaxing room reveal morning that we've had ever, I would say.
I'll just show you a couple of things that you really need to take notice of, judges, otherwise I'm going to lose my mind because I've put so much time into this. You're going to say, where's the TV? I'll show you where the TV is. We've got a whole sliding wall. Everything's recessed. Ta-da!
I think the brief said light, bright and open. So we've got the light, we've got the bright, and now we've got the open.
Yeah, we're looking pretty good in here. I don't think there's much left to do.
I'm feeling confident because I got immunity, but no, I'm feeling confident for our team.
Nice kitchen.
Last minute cleaning inside, and then we're just going to dress that little patio. There's not much in that. The plants are out the front.
8:15, guys. We have 45 minutes to go.
45 minutes? What? Oh, my God!
I think we're okay. How are you?
It's all under control. We've been ready for the last probably 10 hours, so we've all had a pretty good night's rest and getting ready for the next house when we all make it through.
Are we going to make it?
All right, guys, there's 10 minutes to go. Send one of these blue team home.
Yeah!
Back in Blue Tongue territory, the final rooms are coming together and there's been an explosion of positive vibes. Carly has reconciled with her Plan B pendant.
Love it. I'm going to go home with it. I'm keeping it. Me and the chandelier are sticking together.
Gemma, Steve and Michelle are surprising themselves.
I'm feeling so relieved because I honestly didn't think we'd get it done. What we realised is that there had to be careful planning, and Gemma and I did careful planning so that when all the furniture went in there, it fit.
Yep.
Oh my God, it looks like a magazine shoot. Everything just...
How does everything match?
incredible. You know what it likes? No.
But there are still a few concerns with the brothers' styling, and Michelle's not one to hold back.
Why have you got your rug there? Can you move it out a little bit further?
Yeah.
No, it's right on the edge of the...
I never thought I'd see myself working with Michelle and Steve the way I am now. Like, it's just not me as a person. My attitude, if I don't really... If I'm not fond of someone, it's hard to change my mind on getting to like you, and, you know, it's been different this time.
Stop talking. Do your bloody room.
Let's switch past, Carl.
We're gonna squish the little redbacks.
Do you still need the scraper?
Oh, we didn't do another coat on it.
Set the siren.
Adam's tools down. We completed with plenty of time. We got all the touch-ups done. It's really exciting to tick #1 house off the list.
2 happy captains. Honestly, we could not have asked for a better team.
team is confident of staying here next week.
Maybe Carly Layton will go.
Why is it everyone on our team?
Well, because we're 9 points behind and everyone in our house would have to get a near perfect score.
Okay.
Can you see that happening?
Welcome back to Reno Rumble and our first elimination.
Driving in, it was nerve-wracking.
It was really nerve-wracking. We knew there had been some massive transformations in both homes, and we thought it was going to be very close.
Walking in here tonight, I thought we're definitely probably going to lose a member of our team.
Yeah.
It's not going to be Steve and Michelle. I thought they'd covered the brief perfectly. She is coastal, we did coastal, nailed it. So it was Nick or Chris, us two, or Gemma or Ben going home tonight.
Oh, I'd like to think that we're still going to be here tomorrow, but I just don't know.
Good evening, everybody. G'day. What a week. Tonight, we are going to find out which team wins this first week of this Reno Rumble. And as we all know, that also means that someone from the losing team will be given their marching orders.
Yeah, it's strange to know that someone will be going home today, and even though we're confident it won't be someone from the red team, it's still sad.
Now, the fact is that I don't even know this result. Inside this envelope here, it's the names of the winning team. In a few moments' time, we'll find out if the Redbacks have kept their noses in front or if the Blue Tongues have worked hard enough and come back in the last 72 hours to secure a win. OK, what are you playing for in this competition? The winning team will be driving out of this hangar in a brand new Mazda CX-5. You'll also be taking home $100,000 cash, with $50,000 of that going to your nominated charity. I'm not taking any sides, people, as you can see from my new shirt. I told you I'd sort it out. But it doesn't matter anyway what I think, because the only opinions that matter here tonight are those of the judges. Our Reno Rumble judges are designer, writer and stylist Romy Orwell and interior designer Darren Palmer.
We don't know the judges. We don't know who they are. They don't know who we are. It's a total level playing field.
And remember, each team has a design style that they have to follow. For the Blue Tongues, it's contemporary coastal. Michelle and Steve, let's start with your lounge room. Hits from the judges in this room.
We always imagine ourselves as winners, so we're just going to keep imagining ourselves as winners, giving people that have gone through difficult circumstances, renovating their homes so that they can feel like winners as well. So it's a win-win.
Well, that's more like it.
Wow. This is so different and gorgeous. Do you remember what it was like before? That green, murky, swampy tile.
I'm glad they didn't stay.
Yeah, and just the warmth that's coming off all of these surfaces and textures now.
Warm and light and bright, and definitely coastal.
You have with this room gone a long way towards creating a comfortable family home. Looking back at the entry, the pendants, mirror, console are all spot on.
I love those lamps, this little concrete.
I love those lamps, I love the coral, that
The round mirror.
console is unreal. This is exactly that coastal brief.
The feeling from Lisa's bedroom is connecting to this space so nicely.
Very nicely.
Great teamwork on display here. Well done, Blue. Misses. As much as they like to see the coastal pictures in the picture frames, they thought the styling could have had one more layer. Maybe a hint of life, like a succulent or two on the shelf. And the rug could have been a little bit bigger, and that's it.
Yes. Hello, Shirley.
Well done.
Thank you.
Proud of you.
OK, Ben and Gemma, you pulled out all stops after the midweek reveal. Let's see what the judges thought of your dining room.
We fell short with the guest bedroom, but...
Got more to offer in the dining.
I pray to God, I just don't know anymore. I pray to God, I just don't know anymore.
To see what we've done in the last 7 days is pretty miraculous.
I think the homeowner is going to come home and she's just going to be overwhelmed with emotion because she now has a beautiful home.
Wow.
I think Lisa is going to be very happy to have her family over here for Christmases. That space before was dark and low, and it's so much lighter and brighter.
We've got this new solution to the air conditioning.
Which is fantastic.
And a new ceiling.
I know. Well, this was just all taken up with air conditioning, ducting space.
I thought raising the ceiling was a great idea. In our previous series, we raised the roof in Melbourne and we won.
The rooms sit side by side, done by two different couples. But it doesn't feel at all like there's two different couples at play here. They actually fit perfectly together. Great art.
Yeah, I like the artwork. It's really nice. It's just very, very pleasant and easy to live with, isn't it?
There's speakers up here too.
Oh, wow, they've really kitted it out with some great stuff.
So those speakers and the Sonos over here would pipe music through the whole space. And I guess it would function nicely if you're watching TV or if you're having people for dinner.
Yeah.
It's great. It's really, really great.
Misses. Styling on the table maybe a little too much. Crockery clearly took some money out of the budget.
That's where I think maybe there's an advantage in this competition that I'm used to spending money. So maybe that's a...
Yeah, she's bloody good at spending it. Out of control.
Maybe it's a positive for once in my life.
But hopefully not at the expense of your other teammates' budgets.
They really have to work together as a team, and they've really got to work to manage their budgets together, and they've really got to make sure that their success isn't at the expense of somebody else. I think we've seen heaps in here. This is a really, really amazing start. I want to see the kitchen.
Me too.
Coming up, another amazing transformation.
Wow.
Damn, this is good.
And later, tears of joy.
It's beautiful.
As I show the owners their new dream homes.
Tissue has to come out, I'm sorry.
We're at Reno Rumble headquarters, halfway through the judging of the blue tones. Nick and Chris, mate, how was the wedding?
Yeah, it was good fun.
Fantastic. Glad you enjoyed yourself.
I know.
Yeah, I really felt sorry for Nick. He was let down by his brother. I kept thinking the whole time he was away, I'm like, oh, I don't think I could have left this. I couldn't have left the team.
Let's see what the judges thought of your kitchen and sitting area. Kitchen hits.
You look back and you just reevaluate the week. It's like, how the hell did we get it done? It's just us as a group. We just bring it all together and everything starts to fall into place.
Damn, this is good. Contemporary coastal.
Absolutely. The colour palettes, lovely. I love the bench tops. And the splashback in mirror, I think is a great idea in here.
All the finishes, all the handles, all the appliances are very contemporary, but then we've got little coastal elements like the timber, like the concrete, like the pallet, and the oak running through is absolutely the right thing to do.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the floor is just the biggest asset to this house that they've put in here. It's amazing. I really want to see what they've done with this corner space in the pantry. Oh, nice.
Elimination system.
Ah, great utilisation of space.
That is the best way to manage a dead corner.
Especially down low, it's fantastic. But what was here before was this column that was just blocking, you know, the flow of everything and just getting in the way, and they've got rid of that completely.
That's massive.
Removing the structural column in the old kitchen was the right thing to do. It opens up the space and makes it all feel more relaxed. Misses, just the one in the kitchen. The distance between the island and the cooktop bench is too wide. Should have been 100 mil narrower to give more room to the sitting area. Into that area, the addition of the Velux skylights are quite incredible. It opens up the space and is a big transformation.
That is such an improvement, because this was quite dark, and the ceilings generally are low in this part of the house. Wow. But talk to me about this.
I love it.
It's amazing.
I love it.
Absolute game changer. That's all I need to say.
How did they afford this? This is incredible.
It's pretty cool.
It's awesome. She is gonna die.
One of our judges absolutely loved the fireplace. The other one also liked it, but was just concerned that it took up a fair amount of space. And there were a couple of other misses. The rug is too large for the space. And on close inspection, they thought the furniture in this room is a bit more retro than contemporary coastal, especially the couch.
As much as I absolutely love that fireplace as a feature, I question whether it was the right choice for this space. Those fireplaces have to have a certain clearance around them, and it's dictated, you know, the sitting room.
And the importance of just 100 or 200 mils, you know, that's the thing. The fact that the island bench is where it is has impacted this. It's impacted the size of the rug. The gift that you left behind is lovely and beautiful, but it's probably too big for this space.
You know, this stone is demarcating where everything else can go. The rug can only go up to a certain point.
OK, that's it, boys. Well done. House captains Carly and Leighton, let's see what the judges thought about your bathroom. Hits.
It's a crazy little, rewarding, crazy experience the whole week, isn't it? You hate most of it, but then there's this adrenaline that kicks in, like it did this morning, when it's all coming together, and that's just something special.
We ran with what we thought looks good, and we walk in there and we love it. We love the bathroom, so yeah, we just we'll hang our hat on that, and what will be will be.
We have what we think is a beautiful result, and we're happy, and we can rest assured that we know the homeowner's going to love it, and the judges will score it however they're going to score it.
However they see it.
OK, the
Hold
last
your breath. Here we go.
This is such an improvement. Wow, it's so different.
All right, let's just start at this amazing bath, because this is a really, look at that. They've filled it with water for us.
Beautiful, isn't it? What a nice little touch.
It's a bit cold for me to jump in for now, but
It is
anyway.
a gorgeous shape, and I love how they've put it on an angle under the window.
The one thing that I hear over and over again about these sorts of baths is, how do you clean behind it? Like that.
Yeah.
I love the freestanding spout. I love that it's a stone bath and it's so contemporary and sophisticated.
Colour scheme of this room fits in perfectly with the rest of the rooms presented today. Floor tiles are brilliant. Very contemporary coastal.
They look like natural stone, but they're not natural stone. They're a porcelain, so they're really easy to keep clean.
It's durable, low maintenance and low price point.
That's right.
Very successful.
And finally, the pendant lights.
I don't know whether it fits the brief. I don't know. I'm not a designer. I'm waiting to see what the judges say.
They could be the ones going home.
$100,000 in a car.
All over a pendant light.
Terrific. Definitely contemporary coastal.
I do like the light. I like the choice of it. It's definitely contemporary coastal, isn't it? You've got the stained black timber beads.
I'm going to listen to myself from now on.
You were worried. Here comes the missus, though. vanity very much hits the brief, but a bit of a lack of bench space on the vanity there.
That's kind of all you can fit on it, right? Where do you put all the face level stuff that you need day to day? Like,
Behind the mirror.
would have been nice.
Yeah.
They also thought the feature tile in the shower may be a bit too contemporary with their high gloss finish for a coastal brief.
Too showroomy for me.
See, I definitely would have chosen a matte tile.
So, more hits than misses, and they thought it was a very successful room in a very successful house. Well done.
Well done, guys.
Well
done, guys.
Look, everybody. Coming up, the redbacks go under the microscope.
Can you see what I'm looking at?
That's very cool.
And later, surprises for the homeowners too.
Oh, what did you say, Dodge?
Where's me telly?
Where's your telly? Where has the telly gone? Welcome back to Reno Rumble. So far, the Blue Tongues have really impressed the judges. But can the Redbacks hold on to that 9-point lead? This week, their design brief was classic contemporary. And we'll start with house captains Josh and Jenna. Let's see what the judges thought of your entry and living rooms. Hits.
Our lounge room was quite a difficult space. It was really long and narrow, and we had a bit of trouble trying to work out where to place the seating.
I love the colour scheme in here.
This was one of the pair of lamps that I left behind.
The other one's in Dot's room, isn't it?
That's right.
That's nice that they've split them up, actually.
Can you see what I'm looking at?
A beautiful coffee table.
No.
Great panelling.
Yeah, and this is a TV room, and that's where the TV is.
That's very cool, because it's so hard to get rid of a television in a space so that it doesn't dominate.
We love it. We really like the idea. We never like TVs as a focal point, and it works really well. Even if the rest of it's a miss, like we're pretty sure that that will be a hit.
How cool is that?
Very cool.
I love this room. I love that you can close this up and the room is oriented so that everybody can sit and have a conversation, and then you open it up, you can all sit around and watch TV. It's beautiful, it's elegant, it is classic contemporary.
The whole room feels expensive, classic and sophisticated, like a Hollywood A-lister's house. An amazing start to the reveal of the rest of your house. Mrs. Black Pendant was an interesting choice. It's on brief and fills an otherwise dead corner. They did, however, feel that it was a bit small and a bit high. One of the judges thought you could have gone the next length down on the ready-made curtains. Being short on the floor looks like short pants.
The funny thing, though, is we've got Dot in this house. Dot is elderly. Dot needs chairs where she can rest her head back on something. So that one won't work for her, and either will the sofa.
This chair could have been hers, couldn't it, really?
Yeah, like if it was a wing back with a higher back, it probably would have been more considerate of the fact that Dot lives in the space too.
That's it. Aidan and Jess. Here's what they thought of your kitchen. Hits.
In all honesty, the kitchen's a pretty easy space to do. Freedom do all the hard work for us.
Yeah.
Like, they come out, show you colours and, you know, everything. So within an hour, you've sort of chosen the kitchen.
Chosen the kitchen.
Holy moly.
I know, and that, letting all that natural light in.
Oh my God, this is so cool.
This is beautiful. I love the splashback. I think it's beautiful, that herringbone.
This is like just a plain, rounded edge, basic white tile that you can get for, you know, $15 a square metre, just by laying it in a particular way, it changes it into something really beautiful.
Nice big sink. There's nothing more annoying than a small sink, is there? And look, all the bells and whistles.
I mean, there's so much bench space.
Julie, look at these pot drawers, these big, deep ones.
Look at all the drawers full stop. I've got storage for days. This is all new.
Look at that.
How cool is it? And that's nobody's brief.
I know, they've just thought about it and thrown it in there as an extra.
To do the courtyard was above and beyond for us, and we wouldn't have made the decision to do it if we didn't think we could get everything else in our house perfect.
And now that we've got the bifold doors there, you know, they can sit out there.
It's another dining space.
Yeah.
This does feel like the biggest kitchen ever, so there was a question mark. Here's the miss. They really couldn't understand why you extended the kitchen all the way down into the dining area. It seemed like a very greedy thing to do.
Out of all the hits, the big miss for me is this part of the island bench, because I think it's come at somebody else's expense.
I 100% agree with you. The kitchen is big enough as it is, and they've been a bit greedy.
That's a different team, and they really haven't ended up with much.
Let's have a look.
Coming up, Kyle and Cara get the shock of their lives.
How in your right mind do you think 4 people living in a house want to sit and have their family meals at that?
It's let the team down, really, hasn't it?
It's let the house down.
This room is a fail. Judges have seen the Redbacks' living room and kitchen. Next up, it's the Super Ks who have that all-important immunity. Kyle and Cara, here are the hits and misses on your dining room. Hits.
We were given the dining room early in the week, and I was so glad we won immunity because it was such a small space and it would be hard to give that wow factor and score high.
I don't think the dining area was challenging at all. I thought it was easy. I thought it was easy to paint.
It's because you're working in everyone else's room all week.
It's true.
The artwork is exquisite, an amazing choice. The dining chairs are lovely too. And both judges had praised the mirror with the console shelf in the entry, which you delivered also. But the judges had some very serious misses in here.
I'm just thinking back to the family brief, you know. How in your right mind do you think 4 people living in a house want to sit and have their family meals twice a day at that?
It's tiny. I mean, the 4 dinner plates barely fit in it. Put some bowls of
where's the food
salad.
go?
Yeah, put a couple of bowls of pasta in there. And...
On top of the flowers?
Yeah, well, just, it is the most ridiculous-sized tabletop I've ever seen.
That is the...
Even in this space, they could have afforded a bigger tabletop.
Yeah, it was a big kitchen. It was a beautiful kitchen, but it did encroach slightly on our dining space.
You can tell that I'm getting a little annoyed now. It really bugs me that this has taken up what would be, like 3 square metres, because you can't use the hallway now.
I just want to rip it out.
Me too.
I really just want to rip it out. It's actually really annoying me now.
Without the breakfast bar, there would have been room for a dining table for at least 6, if not 8. There's so much storage and bench space in the kitchen, they think it's simply wrong to steal that space from the dining room. This space doesn't fit the family all the way the family lives.
I'm listening to the comments from the judges that Scotty was reading out, and in my mind I'm thinking, wow, these are going really bad.
Yeah.
Every other room in the house is so great. This area has just come up short in terms of the functional brief, hasn't it?
This space does jeopardise the house. We're not just trying to, you know, tidy things up and make things a bit prettier. They need to function better.
Oh, it's let the team down, really, hasn't it?
It's let the house down.
Yeah.
This room is a fail. This is a house with 2 fabulous lounge rooms, great bedrooms, a great big kitchen, and nowhere to eat. The meanest dining table the judges have seen in a house of this size ever. Ouch.
After we got our round of feedback from the judges, yeah, the nerves started kicking in. It didn't, you know, the gut feeling wasn't right.
One of our judges said today,
it pisses me off.
T-bomb.
I'm just going to shake this off and I'm going to hope for the best in the bathroom.
Oh, yeah, let's hope they've redeemed themselves in there.
Michael and Carleen, your bathroom. Hits.
Our biggest concern for the bathroom is just the sheer size of it. Things like the vanity, we could only fit a 600 vanity in that space, and we're a bit concerned that we may be criticised for that.
Thank you. Great tiles. Very cool.
A really nice addition, this shower. I mean, I think that's pretty great.
Yeah, it's nice and generous, isn't it?
Yeah. This is really interesting though, isn't it? Oh, I didn't expect that to come up from there.
Oh, that's a speaker.
How about that?
That's amazing.
Yeah, well, that is cool. Look, okay, that is cool. I didn't particularly like the form of it, but I really like the function. We have heated floors.
Nice touch.
They've lit the underside of that lip, which is really quite beautiful.
A nice, simple bathroom and nicely styled. Misses, the two staggered pendants over the bath are feeling a bit dated.
These pendants here, visually quite interesting.
They're not doing it for me at all, I've got to say. I'm so bored. Move on. Move on.
Wholeheartedly agree with you, Romy. This is a little bit small, though, don't you think?
Well, where do you put your stuff when you... I guess you've got this bench, that little ledge there. Yeah, it is a little small.
We're worried that we've made decisions based on, you know, physical elements of the room, like, yeah, that vanity size is all we could get for that space. So hopefully the judges take that all into consideration when they're forming their scores.
Really, at least they could have just used every square inch, square centimetre, square millimetre to get some more bench space, and possibly even had a smaller basin that's undermounted, so you're not losing all this. It's just, stylistically, they're just hitting the ball out of the park, this house. Functionally, functions come second, hasn't it?
I agree.
Yeah. As much as I love that front living room, the seating doesn't function as well as it possibly could.
Right.
The kitchen doesn't function in terms of that big bar area. The dining table doesn't function.
Does not function at all.
So if you're breaking up the brief in terms of a stylistic brief and a functional brief...
And contrast that to the other house, they've actually lifted their game. They've brought the whole house up to another level. This is going to be very interesting to score.
OK, that's what the judges had to say. And I reckon from that feedback, this result is going to be a lot closer than people thought it was going to be 3 days ago. That's what I reckon. OK, here we go. The team that has won this first week of Reno Rumble is... by just 1 point. It's the moment of truth. Blue tongues or redbacks? Welcome back to Reno Rumble. OK. The team that has won the first week of Reno Rumble is... by just 1 point. It's the Blue Tongues.
No way in hell did we think that the Blue Tongues don't come out and win.
1 point.
relief and shock all in one.
The eliminations are tough and they're real, so I think we've seen tonight that every point counts.
The whole aim of our whole week was to work as a team to get us across the line. It bloody worked. Oh my God, well done, guys.
Well done, guys. It actually felt like we'd won the grand final.
Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. We've not celebrated like that.
In the envelope, Scotty delivered the news that the blue team was safe and that one of us were going home.
We're really crap. When we found out that they won, it was definitely a major shock, and we knew, scoring the lowest last week, that we were going to be in the firing line.
OK, so let's bring up the scoreboard. As you can see, the midweek scores are there. Let's bring up the individual scores, starting with the winning team, the Blue Tongues. OK, Michelle and Steve, for the lounge room, you scored 18 for a total of 33.5. Good score. Ben and Gemma for the dining room, you scored 17.5 for a total of 31.5. Nick and Chris for the kitchen and sitting, you scored 15.5, total of 29.5, boys. Carly and Leighton for the bathroom, you scored 17 total. 34.5 total. 129 points.
Realistically, we would have been out of here if we didn't win as a team.
So excited. And then it's the realisation, oh, crap, they've lost. Someone's about to go home right now. You kind of forget.
OK, Redbacks. As you know, the team with the lowest individual score will be leaving this competition. Here are your scores. Josh and Jenna for the lounge room. 19, total of 35.5. Great score. Aiden and Jess for the kitchen. 15, total of 33.
Babe, we're gone.
Yeah.
That means Josh and Jenna, you are now safe and will be moving into the next round. OK, Kyle and Cara for the dining room. Ouch. 10, total of 29.
Because we had immunity, it came down to Aiden and Jess and Michael and Carleen.
Kyle and Cara, as you know, you already have immunity. That means it's down to Michael and Carleen and Aiden and Jess.
You guys will be fine.
Michael and Carleen, for your bathroom, you scored 8. The team that has won the first week of Reno Rumble, it's the Blue Tongues. In an amazing turnaround, the Blue Tongues have overcome the Redbacks' 9-point lead, winning by just 1 point. Kyle and Cara, as you know, you already have immunity, so that means it's down to Michael and Carleen and Aiden and Jess. Michael and Carleen, for your bathroom, you scored 14, total of 30.5. I'm sorry to say, Michael and Carleen, your total is 30.5, and that means you've been eliminated. I'm really sorry to see you go, guys, but that's what the scoreboard says. All right, Redbacks, you are now down to 3. And that means you are going to have to work extra hard next week to stay in this competition. Good luck, everybody, and good night.
We're dumbfounded. Going into it, we had a 9-point lead. We honestly don't feel that we deserve that score.
I'm just devastated. It's just, you know, they picked up and left everything to come here and they didn't deserve a 14.
I feel guilty that it's not us. I'm devastated.
I'm a little bit embarrassed, to be honest. No one wanted to be the first ones home.
I don't think I can speak.
I don't think I can either.
That's all right, man. It was fun.
I think we're just a little bit stunned, to be honest with you. Just a bit stunned.
It's tough, isn't it?
It's all right.
See you guys. Good luck. See you guys.
See you, mate.
See ya.
Good job, guys. You smashed it.
It might seem ridiculous that we're also upset about this because it's a TV show and we're here, we knew it was Elimination, we signed up for it, but we didn't realise that we would make as good of friends as we have.
It's hard to take it. You know, we've had such an amazing week together. You know, we feel like we've bonded with these guys.
It's just a crazy competition, do you see? Are you getting it? What we're in for? I can't deal with these emotions week by week.
Yeah, it's not going to be fun times tonight.
We walked away from today knowing that we had given everything that we had. We're just dumbfounded. At least we get to see our kids.
Now, I have a much less painful task to do. Showing some very excited families their dream homes. First up, single mum Lisa and her 2 kids, Michael and Hayley. Lisa, how are you?
Really well, thank you.
Great to see you. Oh, a hug as well. I love that.
Are we excited?
Beyond words.
Really?
I can't wait to get in there and see it.
Okay, come on, let's go.
Here we go. It's better now. Feel better.
Walking into the living room, I was just overwhelmed.
Oh my God. It looks like a different house.
Just amazing, the difference. I didn't think the house had it in it, to tell you the truth. I thought, how much can they really do in a week, really? Like, it's not going to make that big a difference, but this is another home. So peaceful, and that's what I was really looking for, nice, peaceful spaces.
The heart of the home.
Oh my God.
Do you like it?
It's absolutely gorgeous. Is that a heater? Is that a fireplace?
That's an open fireplace.
Oh my God, that's beautiful.
Now, what do you guys think?
Well, Mum's happy, so
Mum's happy, you're happy. I love that. That's beautiful.
Tissue has to come out, I'm sorry. I'm speechless, Scotty. It is fantastic. Thank God you understood the brief.
Main bathroom, God.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God. I can have a bath. This is amazing.
Fantastic, isn't it?
I knew it would look amazing, but just had no idea how amazing it really would look.
Pure indulgence in here for you, Lisa.
Absolutely. It's like walking into a day spa now. It is beautiful.
Keep your eyes closed. All right, Hayley, don't open them yet. Okay, the final room. I'm sorry I made you wait. Okay, open your eyes.
Oh, wow.
Are you happy?
More than happy. I can't even describe the emotions that I'm feeling right now. It's more than I could have ever asked for. I'm so grateful.
Oh, that's fantastic. We're glad you're happy. And we hope that you have many, many years here as a family in this brand new home. Another set of happy customers.
Unreal, right? Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't be happier.
Looks beautiful, eh?
Next, it's the family home of Alex and Angela, daughter Jamie and Grandma Dot.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
What do you think?
This is amazing.
Oh, she's gonna cry. She's crying.
Give her a hug, Alex.
Where are the tissues?
They're in my pocket.
I'm speechless. Where's me telly?
Oh, what did you say, Josh?
Where's me telly?
Where's your telly? Where has the telly gone? You just do this.
Oh my God.
Ah, now we're cooking with gas.
It's good, isn't it?
That's just about the coolest
How
thing
is
I've
that
ever seen.
You know, if you do have guests here and you shut the telly down, you can have people sitting on the little, they're called a banquette over there.
A what?
A banquette. That's not what you do on it, it's just called a banquette. It's from the French. Angela.
Oh, this is something else, isn't it?
Oh,
Look at that.
Wow. What do you think, Alex? Do you like it?
Oh, it's can I have the tissues?
Oh, wow.
What do you think?
It's gorgeous. Oh, the chair. Speechless.
Give each other a hug in the master bedroom for the first time.
We might get carried away.
They might carry us away.
Dottie, this room's just for you.
Look at that. Oh, yes.
So do you think you'll be happy in here, Dottie?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Can I start now?
Yeah, no worries. In you get. In you get, Dot, no worries,
On
happy?
my own. She doesn't want to get in on her own.
Oh, OK, well, I'll get in with you, Dot. You want me to get in with you?
That's all right.
best offer you've had in a while, hey, mate?
Yeah. Oh, no, it's lovely.
So, what do you
walk-in shower.
think of that?
That's-
A big walk-in shower, plenty
That's
of room.
amazing.
Mum doesn't have to worry about stepping over.
That's amazing.
Now, guys, this is, of course, your dining room.
Lovely.
Lovely.
It is beautiful.
It is.
Terrific. OK, glad you like it. Now, we have got one more space to go. Alex, living here with these three beautiful women, I might just have a little space for you to hang out. Now, this is a spot for the men in this household. When I say the men, I mean the men.
Go on.
The man cave.
Far out. This is a man cave.
Beautiful leather couch. 85-inch television.
So I'm just lost for words. I'm just blown away.
Oh, man, we haven't even finished chatting about this yet, and they're already in here.
Can I have a sit in?
You sit in there, brother.
Excuse me? But what part of man cave don't you understand?
Dot, hopefully that will be extremely uncomfortable for you.
And so it begins.
Oh,
How's that, Dot?
well, it'd fit right well in the other room. Wouldn't it?
She's stealing your chair, Alex.
Help!
OK, folks, well, are you happy? I think you are.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's-
Couldn't be happier.
And the guys did a fantastic job. Scott, thank you very much.
No worries, mate. We'll have a man hug in the man cave. Pleasure. And come to Papa Dottie. Hey, that's the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ditto here.
This week on Reno Rumble,
We've got some catching up to do.
it's new homes,
Awesome. Wow.
new captains,
Captain's just thinking, right?
volunteer, new crisis.
He thought he had a licence to, stick his chest out.
I just step back. Seems like the big red R for redbacks is for rattled.
Like, we can't. This won't be done, Jen. Come help me.
Timber floors throughout, decision made, everyone hang up the phone.
Oh, let's go off the phone to Cara, and she said if you want to do timber, everyone just commit. We decided to go with carpet.
No, they don't want timber floors now. Jess, they don't want timber floors.
The Rumble threatens to crumble a 29-year marriage.
It happened in the shop.
No, it should not.
Does anyone know a
good lawyer?
I stuffed up.
Divorce lawyer?
Yes.
There's a hard-fought immunity. Good evening, everybody.
Wow, that's unreal.
Ben and Gemma struggle to keep the blue tongues with them.
I think if someone burns, I think we're all going with them.
Listen, what's the money?
Wheels are starting to fall off.
You're giving yourself extra budget.
Yep, I'm going to kill Benny.
Only 2 points separate what will be a hard-fought victory.
You need to calm down.
I'm just calm. I need to get it done.
The forgotten deck.
Is that all you've done in 3 days?
The blue card.
And for the well-deserving families...
Amazing.
So the moment has arrived. The winner of the second week's Reno Rumble is...